Biscayne Boulevard of your well-heeled dreams, with the branch to Williams Isle for the rich, if not a son of a bitch, getting fancy on the Aventura Highway with the prices and the glitz. But still there are mainstream stores in your midst, if not the US 1 initiation to points well beyond a Florida destination. In fact, you can take Biscayne to the Keys or to Maine, some different domains, or turn first onto the US population delineation. It's called the Gardens Drive, and the pulse of this American space. Go west on Miami Gardens Drive. Go west to the old and the average, to the Jew and the Gentile, to the black and the Latin, then to suburban sprawl. It's that north-south highway to our Michigan seasons. At first, MGD is Israel with a Tel Aviv kind of flavor. There are Arabs around too, so it's still the Mideast to savor. No West Bank or walls, no refugee camps or terror tramps, just falafel with an American twist, because they've got Spanish folk around too. A clothing store, a music store with the doors, maybe a Brazilian Jew or two. Burning DVDs while you wait for your vehicle to take you past MGD spots to relate. It's the USA, and it's pretty great. Up to Eisenhower's highway up the East Coast, that 95 of people hovering around same year and age. But whether it's Sky Lake or someplace with a shopping center near your face, it's this section of the spectrum, the seniors and the families with the infants, the all religion and races, pretty middle class and lower, even those with the mikvah bath to wash away the impurities as dictated monthly by Jewish faith. Washing the car cleaning center, or the strip mall with the Chinese dry cleaner, or the Latin coin laundry, or the wash and wear Ross, or wash with the soap from the CVS Walgreens tag team monopoly, or maybe in some Indian shop with exotic fragrances. That's this part of MGD, but it's Badlands on the other side of that 95 drive that winds around and around like the long and winding road to the teenage boy inception of something else exotic, if not damn erotic. No strip mall here, it's the giant strip palace right across from the Jamaican bakery. What a combo. An MGD sugar high, whether it's the babe on the pole or a cookie on a stick. Cross 27th Avenue, it's cross 110th Street like Bobby Womack and Jackie Brown, Lenox and Harlem down south now. And before you know it, you got Carroll City High, whether you see as few scholars or future Olympians or ROTC kids walking the MGD, just serving their country, but maybe fresh kill one day in a Taliban scope. Or you might see a youth in a hoodie, maybe the pants are low, the sneakers untied. Yeah, this be America, my friend. This be where a boy named Trayvon bopped around before he struck the ground in Sanford. By no son of his folk in this hood. No, not here. It's solid black and solid smack. If you're gonna cross anyone like another man over some girl, whether it's one you fuck or snort. It's MGD sport in this here region. A bit depressed but not a mess, just the poor, and they be struggling some more. That's what I'm talking about. Hell no to chatter. Uno ocho cinco. It's 183rd or 186 that they call the drive. And you stay alive if you not be talking jive. When some blood got a chopper and you got a 4-7 target, who not gonna survive? The Pizza Hut is on the edge of change, around a different 47. Not an AK, but an avenue, an avenida for you. As you get your Cuban on, or you be long gone. Cause you in the USA, you hear? It's an Spanish-speaking place. Entiende, madre padre? Senor Exile at the Sedanas or Navarros, or you can go Dunkin' or Publix or Panera Bread. Senorita with the Havana Nights, but no ifs or ands about that. It's a no, cause she's got some seeds to sow too. But it's not with you, it's with the kid with the undershirt and the anabolics and the weight's right up past 68. Which they named after Pinellas, who Gore took a good look at to be that Veep. But you don't equivocate over the dictates of the man with a beard who was with Che and said, hey, no black Hispanic slaves, so get out cause you have the states for your bucks and your fucks and your big papi on the side. Or maybe the main course, but you still taking abuela's ropa vieja. Or maybe some arroz con pollo with a mojito grandpop like to intake a reggae Cubano Hemingway. Watching the baseball in some Dominican dandy go yard. Or maybe still in exilio like Cespedes out on the coast, who you see on your dish, living the Carl Gate full plate away from Fidel and his profligate. The drive gets Cuban fancy up in the Palm Springs section, if you got the predilection. For the Latin American restaurant with the cafe con leche, or you want to get your gringo on in that pricey pasta fazoo place on the edge of the 3/4 of 100 highway to Mars, or at least Michigan, couple of 1,000 miles north. You see, Miami Gardens Drive ends that far west as 75 begins, changing its name as it were, but it's there in spirit, crossing the highway through the states, changing its fate yet again to the suburb type with maybe the mixed race 3-bedroom quasi estate as Miami-Dade gives way to Broward. And that Miramar place, a name borrowed from Havana. Not Alabama, though you got some crackers there too. After all, this is the States. And some good old boy whose granddaddy weighed in with a slave girl on the plantate now lights up this Columbia honey. And I'm not talking teachers college up in NYC. I'm speaking about a senorita and speaking the Spanish and getting that boob job and maybe an MBA, or say bookkeeping some old Jew's jewelry store, managing the diamonds up in the pines, or just leaving them behind and doing some interior design, or Venetian blinds. In a store that the cracker opened for her cause he had a scheme and a dream in the Big Easy that worked before he wanted it warmer near the drive. Not to mention he could play Calder and a phony pony and open a pain clinic for some bank account rehab and all that jazz. Whether it's legal or not, it's raining for the American green. And keeping it clean is, well, open to interpretation. That's what we got here in this PlayStation nation of patchy economic privation. Job is done. Long live the garden. Miami to Miramar, all the way up to the Canadian Plains, traversing east, west, north, south, the U.S. of A. It's a highway, and it's that crucible cross-section of this nation place.